where each and every citizen can fulfill their God-given potential without systematic obstacles from the state. For them and the future generation, we keep moving. Not to give up, but to stand together. We did not get the Nigeria, and we will not get the Nigeria of our dreams on a platter of gold. We will fight for our land, but not with bullets, or guns, or arrows, or spears, but with love, faith, with the truth, and strongly holding to the unity of our brotherhood. We bled, and we are still bleeding. But know this truth. We will recover. We did not choose Nigeria. She chose us, and we refuse to let her down. We are a generation that understands that we, not me, is why we fight. We are the voice of many. We may be faceless, but not nameless. We may be headless, but not structureless. Though we have survived too much and less, doesn't make us useless. There's a reason why they call us the coconut head generation. Shun the naysayers, the onlookers and bystanders, and those who seek to divide us along tribal and religious lines. Those who try to use fear, hate, and intimidation as a weapon. By all means, don't lose focus. Our response is love and hope. Remember their names. The many names of our martyrs and many others whose names we don't know, whose faces we haven't even seen. Think about our fathers and mothers who have fought this fight for decades. Let their memories and what they died fighting for cement our resolve to never give up. We will demand justice for them until we see it. We will demand a better Nigeria until we see it and live it. We will not hand this version of Nigeria to our children. No way. Now is the time to regroup and continue to rebuild our motherland and not burn her. This land was handed down to us, and now the onus is on us to restore her honor. Well now, to every one of you who worked tirelessly to ensure the success of the NSAS protest, from the east, the west, the north, and south, and across the globe. All the amazing people and organizations who raised funds, cooked meals, gave refreshment, the graphic designers, our techies, our unstoppable lawyers, activists, influencers, our online soldiers, yes, you, our physicians, our prayer warriors, our hashtaggers, our mentors, our photographers, DJs, our brothers with the ice cream trucks and sausage rolls, to our mothers and fathers who supported us and spoke with and for us. You know yourselves. We love you. We thank you. We are all leaders, and we lead with love. The momentum must not decrease. To the thugs, agitators, instigators, negative PRs, and loyalists of the failed system, we love you. We thank you. But most importantly, we forgive you. Many of us lost things, properties, but we know and believe that we'll regain it all in tens, hundreds, and thousands as we work together. To our brethren who lost their lives, to our beloved sisters who were violated, to the first men who lost their lives in the line of duty, to the families of the victims affected by the rot of the system, we send all the love in our hearts your way. We love you. We can't replace what you have lost, but we promise to stand for the future we fight, and we are all fighting for. We will never relent until justice is served. To our brothers and sisters around the world still standing in solidarity with the vision and mission of a great Nigeria, we thank you. You make waking up these past days for many of us at home worth it. Keep the spirit and never let it die. To the youth of our sister nations that stood with us in these past days, we salute you. Someday soon, we'll live in a greater Africa where tears and pain won't be an everyday story. To our distinguished governors and our elder statesmen and women across the country, we thank you for each role you have played in all these recent days since the 60th independence celebration of our beloved country. To the icons across the globe and media heroes that dare to tell it as it is, we thank you. The story will unfold and is still unfolding. This is not the end, but the beginning. Someday not too long from now, we will look back and cry, this time tears of joy, that will better the Nigeria we always dreamt of. Police is your friend is a reality we believe will one day be our story. A nation we will be proud of is our vision and mission. Indeed, we are all we have. Let's not give up the fight for Nigeria of our dreams. And one day the world will stand amazed as they watch us shine like the sun in peace and unity. Let the prayer of our anthem be our guide. O God of creation, direct our noble cause and guide our leaders right. Help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and live in justice and truth. The great lofty height attained to build a nation where peace and justice reign.
To the objectives of the End SARS movement. And what we all stood for, and we still do until a greater Nigeria is born. We are here to reaffirm our commitment to the future we started, to change before being sidetracked. The End SARS movement is a campaign against brutality and excesses of the Nigerian police force, especially the SARS unit. A demand for justice of the wrongful death of our brothers and sisters across the country. A total reform, orientation, and elevated standard of living in general for our Nigerian police force. You cannot repair a broken window and leave the broken roof. That is why we clamor for good governance from the top of the grassroots in Nigeria. We sympathize with the family and victims affected and to those who have been unjustly taken away from us. We are indeed very sad about this. The peaceful protest of the End SARS movement was never a part of any form of violence or the gross misconduct that ensued during and after the miscarriage of our civic rights and demand as Nigerian youths. We outrightly condemn such acts that have displayed itself one way or the other. However, the reason for your actions is not as important as the mission and the vision of a one Nigeria. We are peaceful, useful youths of Nigeria, both at home and abroad. We will continue to remain so. To those amongst us contaminated with the disease of the rot in the system, we wish to quickly recover as we all would play our part in making sure no one is left behind in the pursuit of our great nation. You are not useless. The hand you used to destroy can be taught the heart and the act to build. We are here now, and we can only move forward. We urge ourselves to embrace dialogue with our various governments and hope for the best for our nation, Nigeria. Let there be rational time timelines to each of our demands, and we encourage us to stay loyal to the cause of a new Nigeria. 2023 is not the promised land, but can be a step in the right direction for a new dawn in Nigeria. However, our actions today will be determining winning factors for the days to come. We appreciate our brethren in Nigeria, police force and armed force, for the effort in ensuring the security of lives and properties for the peaceful protesters and Nigerians alike. We urge all Nigerian youth, the internet is our common room. Get more information about the move for a new Nigeria. Let this resound in our hearts that we, the youth, are committed to seeing the new Nigeria come to pass and the end of the brutality and the injustice in the system. To all the panels that has been set up for that, we would be there to represent the interest of our youths. We will end with the saying by a wise man, I quote, "If you are emotionally attached to your tribe, religion, or political lineage, to the point that truth and justice become secondary consideration, your education is outrightly useless."
The recent and fresh complaints of SARS officials returning to the streets, how will you react to this as one of the key leaders of the protest in Lagos?
What I would say is anti-robbery squad is what I see my personal opinion. Anti-robbery squad is needed. Yes, we don't want SARS. And what has been happening is why you see a team of, I don't know, where the cars or the police have been saying they are not writing SARS on them. What I saw on their car is police. So, and definitely we all know, as part of the necessary enlightenment to everybody, is that there are many units of the police, the anti-cultism, the anti-riot, so what we have out now is that there is riots all over, most specifically in Lagos. So the team that is deployed by the police, the one I am not seeing SARS. I must be factual. I am not seeing SARS. I am seeing police in black Siennas. So literally I can't say, or confidently I can't say that they are SARS.
But some people are saying that they are seeing SARS officials confirmed.
Okay.
Areas of Bariga, Yaba.
Okay, for avoidance of misleading the public, personally I didn't see, and personally nobody has shown me a pictorial evidence of a SARS person out again. That's my
Okay. The government has continued to maintain innocence in the Lekki case. How will you react to it? People calling it propaganda.
In the best of my ability and my understanding, I would say that I share the sentiment that it is propaganda of the truth, because the same thing that happened to Lekki, the experience happened to my team first on the 8th of October at Alausa. Let me say, God only saved us. And that was what even led to the fact that there is outburst in the protest on the 9th, because people trooped out to Alausa on the 9th of October, that's on a Friday, to solidarize with the 43 that was in that mess. So what happened in Lekki is, yes, there are so like from the press release we did today, we are saying that what we are saying is, what has happened has happened. Government should own up to their mistakes. In my understanding, I know officials of the government are running from ICC after they are done in office. But the truth is, like we've been reiterating again and again from all the protest banners that we've been doing, that government should endeavor to tell their force men to engage with intelligence, not force. The challenge is, the right of a citizen, even a criminal, has dignity to life until proven guilty. So not to talk of someone that is within his right. And at Lekki, what happened that day is, we understood that once there is a coffee, a curfew rather, you can stay in that same spot that the curfew meets you, and that was what happened. So it means, and the time curfew was extended to was 9, to start by 9, and the shooting started something 7:38. So it means that the plan that was in top gear before now, when the curfew was set to be 4, was not aborted. It wasn't aborted. So for me, I believe that government is only trying to cover up the tracks to claim that they are innocent, but truth be told, our comrades truly died. Not just in Lekki, in Surulere. How do we explain that? If it was possible for government to have lied about Surulere, they would have done that too. So they have so many accountability to attend to. They need to be accountable to us. Why you have these people engaging with force rather than intelligence? Thank you.
Okay, there has been so much noise about youth representation with people saying no leader. Do you think this is an opportunity to consolidate on gains made?
The truth be told, the recent movement by all Nigerian youth, I want to say again here that yes, we don't have leaders, but we are not structureless. We don't have leader, but we are not structureless. What we are saying is there is need for us as the people to trust the government before we can put out that okay, so person should represent us. Government has proven time without number to be untrustworthy. That is where the challenge is. So they should not continue to propagate the idea that we are saying that we don't have leaders. We have structures. We know people of high integrity that we can present to be on dialogue, on the table of dialogue with them. But what we are afraid of is the fact that they just want us to go in while they continue with their same attitude. So we are saying that government needs to do better. We need to trust them better, then we can all align.
Alright, lastly, how do you think the people should act moving forward to sustain progress made by the protest?
Thank you very much. Like we started the 72 when we embarked on the 72 hours protest, there is a rules of engagement in which our group has always reiterated, and which is the 3C of a movement: the consultation, the consolidation, and the confrontation. Yes, why we even apply the last C of confrontation, we are a people that will never lose sight on consolidation and consultation rather. So what we are appealing to every youth at this junction is that we should embrace dialogue. It is where our success lies. We cannot continue. Yes, we have the right to protest on the street, but protest is also in form of dialogue. We can also protest on the table of dialogue. So what I am suggesting and advising us as youth, because of where we are as of this moment, we need to embrace dialogue. We need to ensure that we get justice and outright compensation for all of our victims, and that Nigeria will become a place where I and you are very free. Thank you.
There has been recent and fresh complaints of SARS officials returning to the streets. How will you react to this as one of the key leaders of the protest in Lagos?
I wouldn't call myself a leader, but I would say as a protester, it's sad. It's sad, it's disappointing, it's discouraging that, you just wonder, is there some kind of secrecy around this SARS thing? This criminal organization that has killed so many youths, has brutalized us and harassed. Why has it not been ended? Why are we still seeing SARS on the street? I mean, we just had a 2-week long protest that even had hoodlums, committing several atrocities in it, and still yet we still see SARS out on the streets. It's sad.
The government has continued to maintain innocence in the Lekki case. How will you react to people calling it propaganda?
Well, I think the test of time will tell, because if the government says it's otherwise, then the people that have evidences have them. So time will tell. We'll all come. There'll be a time where we'll all come to a table and everybody will table their evidences. So time will tell. We have live videos. We have people coming out and talking. So time will tell.
Okay. There has been with people saying no leader. Do you think this is an opportunity to consolidate on the gains made?
Well, I think that we also need to maintain the whole thing of the whole no leaders protest. We also need to have representative, because at a point in time we'll have to come to a dialogue. We're not about overthrowing the government. This protest is not about anarchy. It's about ending police brutality, and in essence, which police brutality is an offshoot of bad government, ending bad government. So at this point in time, where we would have to have representatives that have strong voices, that will be able to sit down and dialogue.
Okay, lastly, how do you think the people should act moving forward to sustain progress made by the protest?
There's one thing that has always characterized the protest: unity. Unity. You don't come to the protest ground and you see there's this Igbo, there's this Hausa, there's this Yoruba, everybody is one. So let's just maintain the unity and keep clamoring for good governance.
Thank you. Yep.